It had been several weeks since Tryst escaped the Mantellan Crux. He lay on the damp ground in his prison cell, contemplating his predicament. Queen Akarithi, King Eadwire, King Gothrid, even the Blades, they all wanted Tryst dead. His execution was to be carried out in the morning. They would come for him very soon. Tryst closed his eyes and reflected on the circumstances which led to his sentence. Tryst had given the totem to the King of Worms in exchange for fame among the common folk, but in so doing he betrayed the nobility. Unfortunately for Tryst, the noble factions all had spies within the necromancer's domain. By the time Tryst escaped the Mantellan Crux, the nobles of the Iliac Bay were well prepared to deal with Tryst's treachery. A contingent of Gothrid's soldiers arrested Tryst the moment he returned to Daggerfall. Tryst was brought before Gothrid, who, speaking for not just himself, but for all nobility in the Iliac Bay, accused Tryst of treason. Gothrid stripped Tryst of his rank in the Temple of Kinreth and ordered that he be publicly executed the following morning. Tryst was startled back to the present. He heard distant footsteps. They were coming for him. This would be it. He would die for his crimes. He would face Kinreth's judgment for so casually dismissing the responsibility that was placed on him. He closed his eyes and braced himself for the end. He heard his cell doors open. He felt a tap, and then a hushed voice. "Tryst, wake up. We need to go now." Tryst opened his eyes and looked up. It was Minnesera. "Your ship is still moored here in Daggerfall," she said. "I've used what little remains of my influence here, so no guards will stop us. Hurry." Together they ran down the dark hallways of Castle Daggerfall and then through the cold night air toward the docks. Tryst asked Minnesera why she was helping him. "You've done a terrible thing, Tryst," she replied. "But I cannot stand by while my son executes the only person who is willing to avenge my husband." They reached Tryst's ship. "I've gotten to know you over your time in the Iliac Bay, Tryst. I know that you will redeem yourself one day. Now go." In his newly named ship, Kinnereth's Resolve, Tryst sailed into the night, vowing never again to succumb to evil temptations. Over the coming months, Tryst found a different kind of nobility and fame. He began stealing from the nobles who stood on the backs of the common folk. He raided their galleons and coastal strongholds, then gave the riches back to the commoners. Over time, many swore loyalty to Tryst and joined his ranks. He soon established a hidden city on a remote island to shelter those who were mistreated by the nobility. Tryst would rule over the city and sail the seas for the remainder of his days. He even found love and had a child, who would continue Tryst's legacy while in the province of Morrowind. But that is a story for another time.